Champs and the Falcons coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on. They go play action here on first down. And his first look is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week. And
pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. Jalen Phillips, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Though certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Aaron Donald in there to get him. And Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be a 2nd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Throwing left side. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. On play action, they'll throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. They'll set up to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. A first carry here for Nwangu. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. They go play action. Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Kene Nwangu with touch. On first down, Knox. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things set.
Oh, now it's strip. He loses the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block.
Mayfield on first down. This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Give left side here for Nwangu. Room to run inside the 40. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 21st. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He completes it to Ridley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The play action fake. They'll look. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Falcons on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be third and forever. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. He could not get away that time. Mayfield on play action. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Carolina. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to... They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Nifty move. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they...
A first down throw for Mayfield. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete there to Beckham. Flashes another juke, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Mayfield's throw going into the hands of Williams. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. Knox, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll be out right at the 35.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Finding some room at midfield.
We play to win.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They'll run here with Balaj. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Balaj. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
We can't have that.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great play there with touchdown. They'll run on first down. Knox. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
The throw over the middle taken in. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have the Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. They'll look to throw again. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 5 yards. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 29-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed and being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now Balaj. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's a run with Balaj, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll set up to throw. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now back to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time.